What's up, guys, gals, and Book Nook Pals? Just Pluck the Bunny with another Book Nook unboxing, and today we are taking a look at the Endless Manor by Fifijoy. This is one of their newer Book Nooks, one of their exclusives, and it is going to be a featured kit in the upcoming event on the Book Nook subreddit. One of the cool things that I think really makes this Book Nook stand out is that from the front, it does fit the requirements of a Book Nook rigid sides, an internal scene, something that you look inside of, not look at. But when you rotate it 90 degrees and look at it from this end, you got a full 3D object. So you're really getting the best of both worlds. This is like two genres melding together, like a rom-com or an action-adventure, or I don't know. But it looks really interesting to me, and I'm excited to check it out. So let's get lost in the Endless Manor. All right, and we're back. So we're taking a look at this packaging from Fifijoy. Pretty standard packaging from them. Mine did get a little busted up in the in shipment. I did have to restart this video because my dogs did bark over all of it. So there was plastic wrap on top. Suffice it to say, I threw that in the garbage when I opened it up the first time, so I don't have it right now. But that's okay. Let's take a look at the instruction manual because it is right on top. All right, so pretty standard instruction manual, nothing crazy here. What I really like is how they brightened up the colors for this. I think a big issue that a lot of people have when you take a look at instruction manuals with the computer rendered designs is they're very dark, often monochromatic in areas where there's like a continuation of a shelf or a wall or something like that. And it can be difficult to see exactly where pieces go. But by upping the brightness on these, while the color may not be faithful to the actual color of the piece, it does make the assembly and accurate completion way more, way easier. So I do appreciate that. Looks like we got tweezers. Again, this is like I said, I did start this video before, so I already sacrificed our emery board. I already threw out the little tape squares that I can't stand. And we got a couple PVC sheets here, an acrylic sheet, we got a mirror, we got some wire, we got a bunch of dried plants, which I really like, and we got scissors, which are becoming more and more common in a Fifijoy kit. One thing I also saw in mine was a hammer that is not listed on their table of contents, but it is nice that it is in here. And if you hear that clicking in the background, that is not a problem with your speakers. That is my dog aimlessly scratching at the window, thinking that she can smell something on the outside, which she probably can. I always like it when they have a list of all the different wood sheets. Ooh. I think it's nice where because you know, sometimes it's hard to find the specific sheet, but if you know that, like, oh, I'm looking for D and that's the one with the big front piece on it, it makes it easy to find. Like I said, they really brighten this up, makes it very easy to see. Things are blown up, indicator arrows, instructions when they're necessary, diagrams for the LEDs. I like it when they put the order of steps. I like how they're covering the angles here as well. And just like really detailed where it needs to be detailed. And I always like it when they do these insert photos. So they take a section, they blow it up so you can really get a good look at what you need to do, but without sacrificing the scope. And I like to see a lot of words on these pages because while you can probably figure most of the stuff out just by the instruction booklet and the pictures, it is nice when you have explicitly written out for you. So this is, I'm not going to open this up just because I don't want these to go all over the place, but this is going to have it's got a little mirror in here. It's going to have, I'm guessing, the iron wire, the little wire in here somewhere. We got tons of green and colored fake plants, and we got our scissors here. Pair of tweezers, standard pair of tweezers. Okay, and our LEDs. What I really like about Fifijoy is they've switched to this system where the LEDs, they were actually not using different wires to denote the different LEDs. It's the heat shrink tubing on the actual LEDs. So it's a lot easier. There's only so many color combinations of wires. So the last kit I'm doing had an orange and green LED, but it also had a yellow and green LED, and trying to distinguish between the two of them is difficult under the best of circumstances. But here it's very easy to distinguish between the blue LED, the yellow LED, the black one, the white one, the green one, so on and so forth. What I also like about this is the LEDs are split into two different trunks, and both trunks have a plug on the switch. So without having to do any modifications that are significantly different than normal, I'm still able to cut these both, bypass the touch switch, and go with the battery eliminator. Though as these kits become more and more involved in terms of their like lighting modes, it becomes harder and harder to do that because the circuit boards themselves become more and more important. All right, so at the bottom here, we have our two PVC sheets with some stained glass. We have our acrylic sheet right here. Get this battery box to the side. And then we have our sticker sheet right here. We're going to finish up with these pieces, the wooden pieces. All right, so one thing I really like about Fifijoy is the level of detail on their patterns. Like their textures of their pieces are always like top notch. Them and Mini City, they're just the best out there. So these really awesome color variations in both the tiles and this parquet wood floor. All right, you all know I love me a wooden board with no finished pieces on either side. Because what does that mean? That's right, that means internal structure, and that means a more solid build. All right, so these are going to be our planters. This is really the only opportunity I'm seeing. With so much greenery in these planters out there, they could have included some rocks or some mulch or some kind of dirt compound to fill that in. I know it's something in their repertoire because they had it with the abandoned Gothic church. I would have liked to have seen it here, but, you know, it still looks pretty awesome. Just, you know, that's where my brain goes in terms of little bits of customization. Again, it's just very, very detailed and beautiful patterning here. A couple realistic photos that don't necessarily fit with the rest of the aesthetic, but you see that's very common with the internal shots of exterior areas in Book Nooks. Another thing I want to point out is the indexing on this. So we've talked about the way that different Book Nook manufacturers show you where on a flat surface you're going to glue another piece. These windows, obviously, these are going to pop out. The two common ones we've seen are an etched outline and an unfinished section like this. So either it'll be an etched outline, where they use the laser and they trace it out like that, or they don't finish the spot where it's going to go, and you would put the piece directly on that unfinished spot. Here, they seem to have printed the pattern on in this blue. Now, as long as the piece going over it is a little bit bigger, it won't be an issue. But if it's the exact same size or a little smaller, you are going to have some bleed run over that blue. And I don't know if that's my favorite thing. But again, look at the texture here. You can see like the worn out brick and in between the wood. Even all these little shingles, there's tons of color variations. And that's a level of detail you don't see too often. Another great example. So it doesn't do it justice, but this 3D effect on the ceiling really works. Like, I don't know about you guys, but to me, I really feel the 3D effect here. It might not come off on camera as well as it does in real life, but I think it's really a novel thing, and it's a little trippy, to be honest. And they do, see, we do etch the little pattern in here. This is more what I was talking about in that last one with the indexing. So I'm surprised that they didn't just do that consistently throughout the whole piece. I mean, tons of color variations in these little shingles. I mean, look at the patterning in the wood. It's not really blue in the wood. That's just more outlines of where things are going to go. We have our battery door here. Okay, more architecture of the house. There's a lot of this is going to be construction architecture because, again, this is a mixture of an interior thing and an exterior thing. We got some flexible wood for our, you know, what's this called, guys? The architecture. I mean, is that like that's a widow walk? I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm not an architecture guy. The incredibly thin slats here really show off the craftsmanship in like the level of precision in their laser cutting. I really like that. I always hate it on any Book Nook when I see a bunch of these little small repeating parts, because I know that's just gonna be a section where I have to slow down. It's a little bit of a slog. That's, you know, personal preference. And then our last one, again, more of, you know, more of these really detailed wood patterns. The brick, the tile, it really is something to see. And then it's not the railing. Can anybody tell, are these balusters? Is that balusters? Is that what that's called? The vertical parts that support the railing of a staircase. Can anyone tell me what that is called? But anyway, guys, this is the Eternal Manor. I'm sorry, no, it's not. It's the Endless Manor from Fifijoy. It is a beautiful kit, a mix of a Book Nook and a 3D model. Lots of opportunities for customization, both in those plants outside. There's a lot of real estate to put stuff here. But also, if you look, this what appears to be 3-floored construction has a ton of open space for you to create your own inside scene. You put characters out in the railings. You can put more plant life in the trellis. On top of the roof, fill these planters. There's just so much. My dog agrees. And with that, we're going to say thank you for joining us. Until next time, good looking, good nooking.